Opleggen, want ze het dadelijk in de weg maar rijden. Zo, leeg. 1:05. Dus een beetje random. Ergens te leggen. Bij de poetie? Ja. Oppassen. Weert. Ja. Leggen. Dit zit vol. Nou, we zullen eens even op de routeplanner gaan kijken. We willen dat wij het doen. 6 uur. Waar ben ik dan? Ik ben eigenlijk hier. Oh ja, dat end. Ah. Oh, oeps. Wacht even. Hakken. Het rommelt goed buiten. We hebben ook weer een dag zonnig weer. Aan de andere kant. Nu nog een paar uur later zou zijn, zou het perfect zijn als dat iedere dag was. Straks zo gaat het 25. En dan later een avond regent. Dus ik moet wel overal doorheen rijden om daar te komen.
Hey, driver. Sorry about all that mess with Oppie. There's no question. Oppie is a once-in-a-generation genius. I've watched her manipulate wavelengths with nanometer precision without batting an eye. So, Yeah, to see her go from being the sharpest person in the room to what she is now is disappointing. This place, it leeches away your sanity day by day. So for Oppie to live here in complete isolation, locked away with only bad memories and expired medication, nothing good comes of that.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better if I knew why she suddenly cares so much about the remnants.
Autopark. Impact out.
Speaking of Oppie, you're not gonna like this, Francis, but I'm starting to think we can't do this alone. Look, it's not that I doubt our abilities, but no one knows the zone like that old bat.
You heard what she said. She'll sabotage this remnant before helping us.
Right. Well,
She'll come around to our charms.
No, she won't. Nothing in the 13 years we spent in R&D proof that she's open to working with anyone. She dug her heels in so deep that she wrestled everyone down into the grave with her. I can't be involved if she is.
Dat loopt lekker.
What are you talking about? This is the entire reason we stayed behind, to write the record of the zone. Not about the experiments and the technology, but to tell the legends of the land.
I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want her advice. I don't want to hear her goddamn voice.
This isn't like you. What's going on, Francis? Is there something I should know?
No.
All your work in limb R&D, all the time you spent, your entire career, your entire life. You sacrificed it all for Anna, and how did they thank you? With a black hole in your resume, where you can't tell anyone what you did. You couldn't even
Malfunctioning mess? Oh, ik kom die wire doen. En welke leidelijk naar beneden? Vangrail. It is.
I have the distinct honor to introduce to you the American people, a new scientific frontier with a raw power like limb technology in the good hands of true patriots like Dr. Ophelia Turner. The potential is limitless. On this day, we welcome our Faraday future.
Ominous muziek.
The year is 1955. Dr. Ophelia Turner is standing next to President Koch, the top of her head barely clearing his shoulder. She stands, stiff-backed, her hazel eyes affixed on the glass and steel chamber in front of her. She does not appear to breathe until a ball of light appears out of thin air. The sight is tremendous, a lightning bolt frozen mid-strike, and the reaction immediate. The gathering audience roars with excitement and spontaneous applause. On Dr. Turner, only a tightening of her lips indicates that she hears the audience at all. Dr. Turner and President Koch pose for a picture, and she does not smile even then. That picture is the image splashed across newspapers and science journals for the next decade. The mother of limb technology, they called her. The angel of a new age. The newspapers at that time laid the titles on thick while peddling the impending utopia. Then she recedes into the bowels of a government research facility. She's never seen again in public. There are scant appearances here and there in blink and you miss it promotional videos and blatant propaganda fodder. And then she and the promise of limb technology disappear.
Kom mooi een beetje omheen. Nou, dan hebben we een zone verder. Zet ik daar een de auto ook al op. Het is gewoon al heel lang, ik heb nog niks speciaals geraakt. Even de map verzetten. Die trap naar boven. Nu ik af kan. Ja. Kijk. Terug kunnen op weg. Ik heb helemaal geen lightning aangeraakt. Oh. Dat was een beetje raar. Even een beetje poetie erop. Zag er wel heel slecht uit. Nou, door kunnen gaan. Accu is ook alweer half leeg. Ik moet hier wel doorheen. Grootste downpost. Want hier moet ik aan één stuk doorrijden. Negeren. Heel pakken. De man. Er is een lakroos dan voor. Ja. denk ik. Kijk. Dus, hier. Ik ben inderdaad goed als leuk nou in één keer. Oh. Ik heb eerst een paar panelen zijn ook begeven. Dus goed, ze hebben een volle kanister fuel bij.
Are you ready, driver? Okay, first off, I've loaded up 3 locations on your ARC device map. You see them? Head to whichever strikes your fancy.
You're sending them to the Visions?
Sure am. We're gonna use this.
My optical vassalizer. We shouldn't use that.
Why not?
I mean, it's been decades. No way that thing is in any sort of working shape.
I've been fixing her up in secret, and I'm sorry. Don't be mad. It's gonna be a surprise for your birthday. Oh, I've gone ahead and made an itty-bitty modification to your headset, driver.
I've hooked up the basilizer here to modulate your scan function. Think of it like an extra layer of mayonnaise on your technology sandwich.
What are you using the basilizer for?
No spoilers. We have to tell the story from the beginning. Driver, get ready to feast your eyes on the Visions. So we told you about the mass hallucination. Hundreds of people, 30 seconds of crazy, yada yada. But there was one instance where that event and the remnants intersected.
The story of Laura Cesare. Laura worked at ARDA as an executive secretary. She put in her hours, but she spent her evenings with a real passion. Painting. When the hallucination event swept through, Laura was overtaken like everyone else. But for her, the visions didn't stop. She tried painting them, but grew frustrated at her inability to recreate what she saw. Now at first, ARDA wrote her off as one of the many whose brains got scrambled by what they saw. Until Laura stumbled across a rusty can of paint.
In the woods, it was a remnant. Once she started using this paint,
The visions in her paintings began to come true. She painted feverishly for over a year, chasing the visions the entire time. Until the day the paint ran empty.
And then she disappeared. Like all remnant holders do.
Now that we know the remnants and the mass hallucination are related, maybe Laura's visions can help us out.
Zo snel gaan. Nou, ik stond hier, maar toch... verschillen.
This is where your theory comes in, Francis. You tell him. Oh,
Look at me babbling away. Francis, you explain it. It's so good.
No, it's just... I'd rather not.
Come on, we talked about this. You should be proud of your work. Toot your own horn.
Not this time.
Okay, well, Francis's theory, his entire branch of research was that the zone exhibits a property seen nowhere else on Earth. Every phenomena that occurs here leaves its fingerprint forever on the physical space. So he created this device to pick up on these sub-physical after effects. How did you explain it?
It was like identifying a whale's favorite color using only the wake it leaves behind. The rest was science mumbo jumbo.
It's a form of electromagnetic imprint. Anyway, it was a long time ago.
And what a better time than now to try it again.
Neon Reef.
Living between the distress, I'm making a life, but I also am taking a home. The tracks are jumping on their own now. The rain is asking if I know how much it hurt.
The inverting doorway.
Ugh. No, I don't like this one.
What could
Hey, is it just me or did this mirror look different before?
Probably the instability messing with the paint over time. It's been decades after all.
Nah, something's definitely off. Hey, where's our old notes from when we took a field trip out that way? Driver, why don't you go ahead to the next one while we investigate this?
my aching soul is
I can't. Yeah, I can't even look at it.
Francis, you explain it.
And maybe you've already seen them, driver. A freestanding bright blue door in its frame, out in the wilderness with nothing around it. If you do see one, don't get anywhere close to it.
I don't want to talk about it.
It
Voilà,
was
heb ik
pretty
nou
close to a
gezien.
doorway when it opened. It's called the inverting doorway. When it's shut, it's safe. But once in a while, it opens, and everything near it is turned inside out.
Oh,
Its victims are mostly bears, squirrels, and birds. They all go through hell. Meat and bones on the outside, fur and feathers on the inside.
It's not fun to see. Once, a group of hikers didn't heed the warning, and
No, we're done here, driver. If you see one, you stay away from it. That's all you need to know. Let's go.
zetten we erin. een gastank rond. Ja.
The Bigfoot mural. My personal favorite. Oh, did you see that, Francis? Oh boy, Francis, look. Look here, it's different from our sketch when we visited in '82.
It's all scrambled, but the shape seems familiar. If you tilt your head, doesn't that kind of look like Mount Olympus?
Oh, Francis, you flippin' genius! It absolutely is! Wait, let's look back at the first one. What's different there?
That shape right there, is that Hook Valley?
Holy smokes! Oh, wait, pull up all the topographical maps of the peninsula. If we look around the areas where you'd get that view of Mount Olympus... See, Francis? I told you your basilizer would work!
I don't think this is the basilizer's doing.
Driver, we're onto something. Get to that third vision.
Oh.
Driver, if you come across a mushroom like the one in the mural, do not eat it. No matter how tasty it might look.
You're speaking from personal experience. And let me tell you, it wasn't pretty.
Oh, just thinking about it makes me want to puke all over again. You've probably passed the biogenerators by now. They're our source of power in the mid-zone, and one of the best demonstrations of renewable limb tech. Yes, these battery farms keep our lights on, but more importantly, they're also the only place in the entire zone where anomalized mushrooms grow.
And guess who turned out to be the world's biggest fan of those mushrooms? Bigfoot itself! And the vision foretold its arrival in the zone.
It started when those pods hanging from the battery farms were found chewed up. At first, they blamed it on the local wildlife. This was back when we used to have some. Then, the sightings of 10-foot-tall creatures started that didn't attract much attention on their own.
Not until the first footprints were found. The Olympic Peninsula has always had a collection of Bigfoot sightings. But They were rare until Bigfoot had its first taste of the anomalized mushrooms. Then it couldn't stay away. And that's when the Squatches came knocking. They jumped the wall, set up camp, and they got to investigating. Once they learned of the Sasquatch's appetite
For these mushrooms,